From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Friday, May 20th, 2016. Silver is trading at $16.54 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,257 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $446. Antiwar.com reports an Afghan police officer invited two guests to a checkpoint in the Zabul province on the main Kabul-Kandahar highway, and the three of them attacked and killed 8 policemen at the post before fleeing in a police vehicle. Afghan officials are still investigating the incident, but the Taliban has claimed credit for the attack, the latest in a growing number of so-called green-on-green attacks, in which uniformed Afghan security forces kill other Afghan security forces. In many cases, this has been the result of Taliban infiltration, with the group making a point for years to have fighters join the security forces, whether to steal equipment or to launch attacks such as this one. Struggles with Afghan recruiting has meant very little screening and fairly easy access for the Taliban. At the same time, some such incidents haven't proven to be the result of infiltration, but rather of low standards among recruits, with hot-tempered troops sometimes just snapping and killing a number of other security forces over an argument. FPP Radio News is brought to you by Bitcoin Not Bombs. Bitcoin Not Bombs is a launching pad for nonprofits and social entrepreneurs into the financial freedom of the Bitcoin economy. Bitcoin Not Bombs is fully committed to being the hub of the nonprofit sector of the Bitcoin economy, maximizing the potential cross-promotion of all our clients and commercial partners. To learn more, visit bitcoinnotbombs.com. UPI reports the Oklahoma Senate on Thursday approved a controversial piece of legislation that seeks to punish physicians in the state who perform abortions by making the practice a felony, punishable by as many as 3 years in state prison. Oklahoma Senate Bill number 1552 was passed by a vote of 33 to 12 on Thursday, which followed passage in the state's House of Representatives last month by a vote of 59 to 9. It now heads to the desk of Governor Mary Fallin, but it's not exactly clear what she will do with it. Essentially, the bill outlaws the performing of all methods of abortion within the state, whether it be clinical, clandestine, or otherwise. The only exceptions are cases in which failure to abort the fetus would endanger the mother's life. Cases of rape and incest would not be exempt from the law. Any person convicted of having performed a pregnancy termination would be punished with between 1 to 3 years in state prison. Physicians convicted under the law would have their license to practice in Oklahoma revoked. The bill's author, Senator Nathan Dahm, reportedly said his hope was that the proposed law would be one step in a renewed process to ultimately overturn Roe v. Wade, the landmark 1973 Supreme Court ruling that legalized abortion in the United States. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently raised metal to the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports a U.S. federal judge on Thursday upheld a 2013 Virginia law requiring prospective voters to show an approved photo identification before they cast their ballots. The state's Democratic Party had challenged the law, signed by former Republican Governor Robert McDonald, saying it was politically motivated and intended to deter young and minority voters from turning out on Election Day. U.S. District Judge Henry Hudson wrote in his decision, "The court's mission is to judge not the wisdom of the voter ID law, but rather its constitutionality." While he noted that the measure created an inconvenience for potential voters who did not have a driver's license or other government-issued ID, he said that was not enough to strike it down. Lawyers representing the state's Democratic Party said in a filing that the Republican-dominated state legislature passed the photo law to stall, if not reverse, the growing success of the Democratic Party in Virginia. The state argued that ID was necessary to ensure that only registered voters cast ballots and to prevent voter fraud. In 2008, President Barack Obama became the first Democrat to carry Virginia in more than 40 years. In the most recent statewide elections, Democrats also swept all top offices: governor, lieutenant governor, and attorney general. The ruling comes a month after another federal judge upheld a similar requirement in neighboring North Carolina. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.